uptown, funk you up. I say uptown, funk you up. I say uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. It's Breakfast with Bob and Siri.
Yo, Poncho Man, getting down. Woo. Oh my God, we're presented by ES Sports Nutrition, Cliff Bar, Timex, Roca, Tanya Porter Resort, Rudy Project, Slow Twitch, Siri Lindley, our favorite coach in the world.
Stop it. You're so nice. And I need to ask you this year, is my mom paying you to put me on the show?
Absolutely.
I knew it.
Yes.
I'm like, why does Bob
She said you'd be bringing the check.
Naughty. She just likes seeing my face because she misses me. But okay, well, I'm
Exactly.
sorry she put you through that. Sorry, everybody. I hope I can make it worthwhile.
So, watching your athlete, Marinda Carfrae, last year, being 14 and a half minutes down off the bike, what was going through your head?
Well, she kind of got mad at me because I'm always about a mile in out
Right.
of T2.
Right.
And I see her, and a lot of times I'm just listening to my gut, and I see her and I'm like, her nickname's Vincent. I don't know
Right.
if you know this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Vincent, you're in perfect position. And she looked at me like, are you crazy? But I felt like
Yes.
she was in, so I had to.
She was still in 8th place. She was still in the top 10. Yeah.
Exactly. And I can kind of tell right from the start when she's running how she looks. And I know that she's probably really frustrated in
Yeah.
her head, but she looked great and her legs were like ready to go. So I truly meant that. And she knows that when I say stuff, I
don't make
always
stuff
mean
up,
it.
right.
I'll never make anything up. So then I kind of moved down the road a few miles and saw her again. And I said, take your time,
Yes.
be patient, just set small goals. And she started getting into a rhythm. So I think back and I think I cannot believe I wasn't on the side of the road like peeing my pants, just freaking
Right.
out and not having anything to say.
Yeah.
Which I think is why I said you're in perfect position. But she really, in
She
my
really
opinion,
was.
I felt like
She really was.
It wasn't perfect.
Well,
let's
yes.
be real. It wasn't
Yeah.
perfect, but I just felt like it was all okay.
Yeah.
Everything was going to be okay.
The interesting part about that is obviously you guys work so hard on the swim and the bike all year long.
Yeah.
And then on race day, for whatever reason, it could be a matter of her having as good a race as she can, but Daniela Reef is having a phenomenal day. And there's not much you can do about it, right? And it's like
Right.
you did all the work, and either they're having a good day or not having a good day, but you still got to deal with. That's what makes it special, is you got to
Absolutely.
deal with the conditions.
Yeah, and here in Kona, I mean, you need to, if there is one thing you can expect, it's that anything can happen as
Yes.
far as the weather and the winds and the heat. So we know that and we prepare for that. And our goal year round is let's set you up so that you have everything that you need
Right.
to, if you're able to execute to your utmost potential, you're going to be able to go faster than you did last year. And for us, that's what it's all about. After every Kona, we sit down the next day and evaluate. And last year, I said, I think you can go faster. And she said, Coach, I know I can go faster. And that's what motivates her. It's that wanting to be better than she was before. And not to take away the inspiration and the motivation that these unbelievable athletes that are here racing bring us. I mean, that's the inspiration every day that kind of, adds fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
But our focus is always on, okay, what can we improve? Can we go faster? Well, let's get started on that goal today. We have worked on the swim a ton. We've worked on the bike a ton. And we've worked
More
on
power.
the run.
She sounded like she did more power on the bike.
Yeah, definitely. And we're really, I'm so proud of her because I feel like everything that we wanted to achieve this season leading into this race, we've been able to accomplish. And when you've done that, you go into the race and all you can do is execute to the best of your ability and try to string together as many great moments as you possibly can. But at least, you don't worry about, could I have done this? Could I have done that? Could I be better at this? Because we know that it's all there.
Yes.
And it's a matter of, will things line up where she can put it all together and, show everybody the work that she was able to accomplish this year.
This year, she's got a formidable competitor in Daniela Reef.
Yeah.
We're talking about a woman, the last time she lost was at this race last year. And since then, she's won everything. She's got $1 million at stake coming up in Bahrain, and she could be one of the first to win 70.3 Worlds and in Kona.
Yeah.
When you look at her, what do you see?
I see a phenomenal athlete who has, set the world on fire these past couple of years, and a formidable opponent. And I see someone that is definitely bringing out the best in both Rinny and I.
Right.
Chrissy Wellington, legend. Like, she was someone that Rinny and I just loved just having there to inspire us.
Yes.
And she set the bar, and she, inspired us both to want to work harder and get better and learn and evolve. So when Chrissy retired, we were
That
both,
was hard.
Yeah, it was really hard.
It was really hard. It's not to say that the other girls aren't great.
Yeah.
But I know for Mirinda, after 2011, just finishing like 2 minutes shy, right? And having a phenomenal day, but Chrissy, after the crash, was unbelievable. I'm sure leading into 2012, it was a little bit of a downer when Chrissy retired.
Yeah, we wanted her to be there.
Of course, you want to beat the best person on the best day.
Yeah, and she was, amazing. And the way Daniela's been racing, I mean, it's the same thing. It having people like that, and there's so many that are out there on Saturday. I mean, this is probably one of the strongest field that's ever been assembled. But they provide inspiration, and they provide motivation. But Rinny and I are never thinking about, okay, how are we going to beat this person, or how are we going to beat that person, ever.
Right.
It's always about, how are you going to put together your best possible race and execute from start to finish, so that at the end of the day you cross that line knowing that you left it all out there, which ultimately, hopefully, would lead to defending her title.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I never like to focus on the other athletes. I like to show great respect and let them know, like, wow, you guys are amazing, and it's going to be great to have you out there, and to hopefully push Rinny to her best performance.
What did you take from your career? Because you were ranked number 1 in the world. You were, one of the best at Olympic distance at that time. What did you take from that you learned from the coaches that work with you to your coaching?
God, so much. My career wasn't that pretty. The last 2 years.
The last 2 years were amazing.
Pretty, and oh wow, how
number
perfect.
1 in the world. Yes.
But kind of a lot went into that, and I made a ton of mistakes, and I was faced with every fear I've ever had, and had to overcome them. When you're winning and you need to keep winning, you learn that before every race, I'd be interviewed, and they'd say, okay, so, who do you have to beat to win again? Are you going to win again tomorrow? And I'd be like, whoa, I'm just going to get out there and do the best that I can from start to finish. I know I've done the work. I know I'm well prepared. There's nothing more I could have done. I'm just going to do my best and let the cards fall where they may. And so that's what I learned that helped me cope with being on top and wanting to still win, was, okay, what am I going to do to be a better athlete tomorrow?
Right.
Because I think when you're worrying about everyone else or thinking about everyone else, you're giving all your energy away. And really, when the focus is on you, and everything that you're doing is how am I going to bring out the best in myself today?
Right.
That's going to lead to your best performance, for sure.
Usually, we've got a pile of hats here with all the top pros who you're coaching. This year, it's Rinny and
Dee Dee Griesbauer, who, in my opinion, is just amazing. She's 45 years old.
Oldest pro, right?
Oldest pro here. I think Cameron Brown's 43.
Yeah.
Okay. But I look at her, and first of all, I think she's probably in the best form of her life, which is really exciting.
Yes.
She's had a great career. She's had some great moments here in Kona with quite a few top tens. It was a long road to get her back here. It's taken us a few years, but that means that, when you do make it, it's so amazing.
Yes.
And she's so grateful to be here, and she's prepared. So, I really think that she's capable of having a really great race out there this weekend. And I'm just so proud of her, because I'm a little older, like a day older than her.
Yes.
And so I always look at her and I'm like, God, I could
never
still be
racing.
What you do. No.
I could still be doing this. I could be winning.
I'm
coach, I'll race.
I'm such a wimp. Look at me. I'm such a wimp, and you're such a badass. Excuse my language.
Not at all.
Yeah, she just impresses me every day, and it's just, we've already had a great victory by her getting the
here,
spot
right?
here.
Yeah.
And, race day is just going to be a celebration of all that great work she's done and laying it all out there and taking it all in.
So what do you do on race day? Because it's not like you've got a number of people that you got to be taking care of and wondering where they are and how they're doing.
Yeah, I think I stay pretty, I know I'm kind of loud and hopefully not rambunctious, but on race day, I'm pretty focused.
Yes.
I'm pretty quiet. I try and, on the outside, analyze what's going on, try and see how everybody's doing, and so that when I do get an opportunity to see them, I'll have something constructive to share with
Right.
them. So you got to kind of know what's going on and get a sense for how they're feeling and all of that. So really just being aware of everything. For them, I want them to just be completely, in the moment within themselves. But for me, I'm the one that's looking around and finding out what's going on, so I can kind of figure out what needs to be done to
Yes.
get where we need to go.
When I look at Rinny, and I look at, the first time here, she was second. Like she
Yeah.
sort of figured it out quickly. There was something about her that worked on this island.
Yeah.
And 3 wins and another second or 2 and a third. What is it about Mirinda and this island that connect? And some athletes come here and never connect with the island.
Well,
And-
first of all, yeah, right.
Right, you
And
know?
I mean, I know that we are both so grateful that we've had great experiences here. She absolutely loves this island,
Yeah.
and respects it. You ask her what the weather's going to be, and
I
it's
don't
just
care.
like, doesn't
Whatever.
matter. Whatever
control it.
Madame Pele chooses to serve up, that'll be just fine. But it's if I can speak from my
Yes,
perspective, I land and you can just feel the energy of this island. I don't know even how to describe it, but you think about all the people year after year that come here, and they are filled with these dreams and these goals and this purpose in their lives that have brought them here, and it's so inspiring.
Right.
And you think about, this is a special place. This island has carried so many dreams.
Yes.
And has seen people achieve things that they never thought they were capable of. And that's really special. That's really powerful. It gives me goosebumps. And it's not hot. I mean, it's very
Yes.
hot out here, but I have goosebumps. So yeah, I think gratitude is huge for Rinny. I know she appreciates everything that has happened in her career. She'll never take it for granted.
Right.
And I'm huge on that. I think it's really important to always appreciate what you have, instead of looking for what you need. And it's one of the things I really love about Rinny. She doesn't expect things to
No.
happen for her. She knows that she needs to get out there.
She's got to work.
She needs to make it happen. She needs to do the work and be prepared and arrive here ready to give her very best. And we hope on the day that, it will all move smoothly and she'll be able to do that. But yeah, she's just got a great head on her shoulders, and not only a tremendous athlete, but just a really phenomenal human being. And I'm so proud of her for that.
Speaking of phenomenal human beings, thank you for joining us. You are always the best.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you for having me. This is a highlight of my trip. I have the check
From
to pay
your mom.
you.
That'd be good.
I'll give that to you later.
Love it.
Awesome to be here. Thanks for being you.
Siri Lindley has been our guest. Round of applause from our audience. We are presented by ES Sports Nutrition, Cliff Bar, Timex, Roca, Tanya Porter Resort, Rudy Project, Slow Twitch, and Poncho Man.
Oh, cause it's series night and the feeling's right. I said it's series night. Oh, what a night. And breakfast with Bob. Woo!
You got your own night. I love it. Poncho Man.
Yeah, Siri does have her own night.
Thank you.
Whenever she's in Kona town, she's welcome.
I feel so lucky.